Welcome back to Pirate Sandbox. When we left off, we had just finished defeating the monster at the island number 3, which opened up shop, the second level shop. Um, we noticed when it comes out that you have the options of 4, there are several more. They're randomly selected. And we look at these, and one of these attacks takes 4 dice. It costs 10. I only have 3 currently. The gold value of the card that's in queue is 3. So I need another 12 in order to buy that. So the first thing I'm going to do, since I really can't do any shopping right now, this card here costs 5, 3. So I draw 2. Technically, at the start of my turn, I draw 2. So I have a couple of items here. So I'm going to load this item. So it gives me a total of 6. I can then cash these. That costs me a turn, an action. I am then going to trade these 2 in, craft them for this one, which goes into my discard. I have 1 card left. That cost me an action. With my last action, I'm going to load this sandstone item. Okay, so that ends that turn. So I'm still anchored. My crew morale is still going to be 3 actions. I then draw 2 cards. And I want to, when this one was purchased, you replace it by drawing the top card. Okay, so I want to continue crafting, and at this point I have 3 queued up. I'm going to add 2 more. That gives me 5. That will allow me to craft another 5-pointer. And again, for my last action, this time I'm going to swap out this officer for the quartermaster officer. And that ends that turn. I discard. I'm next to an island, so there's no morale change. Begins turn, I'm anchored. 3 actions. I have, forgot to replace this card. I have 5 points there. Oh. Okay, what I want to do next, I pick up my 2 cards. 3, 4, 5. And what I want to do this time is I want to do a shore action called banking. And what happens with banking is it costs 3 actions, so I have no other actions I can take this turn. But what it allows me to do is it allows me to pick up my entire hand and put whatever points I want to into the bank. So I pick up all my cards. I'm going to start by getting rid of some of the yellow ones the level ones that I don't need. I want to have my level 2 ones come up more frequently. In order to do that, I have to get rid of some of these. So I'm going to start. And basically, since this is the only action I can take, the other players, if in a multiplayer game, would be taking their turns. And I need to be finished banking by the time it comes back to my turn. Since I'm in a solo game, I can take as long as I want to bank. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cash these in. So I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 points in the bank. In the bank, and the monsters can basically be in the same pile because they're just point cards. Those banked cards can never come back into play and only count for your final score. I want these. I want my high pointers to come out on top. I'm going to keep the attack and defense that I have. So I think they will. I can probably get rid of some of these defense that I don't need. Let's see, a couple of basic ones. Let's see. Here's a 2. There's a 2. There's a 2. Keep the attack. Keep the attack. Okay, here's another 6 bank points I'm going to bank. Okay. So I'm all done banking now. Comes back around to my turn. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to craft for this particular item. In order to do that, I need a total of 10. I have an officer for which I can use for crafting is 5. I also draw 2 cards, and I also have another 5. So that costs me a turn. I can then use these 2 cards. So this one goes into the discard to craft for this one, which goes into the discard. I use his ability, which costs me an action. And then for my final action, I'm going to swap officers back out to bring in the cook. Okay, and then I end my turn by discarding. I could have used my last action to load, but I'm basically done crafting, so I didn't want to do any more. On my next turn, I'm going to use my officer's ability to improve morale. I'm then going to use my next action to raise my sales to quarter sales. And that ends the turn. I'm now preparing to leave this island and head to Island 1, Island 6. I got a monster, I got a head boss at 5 and a head boss at 2 in Island 4. So we'll pause now for a break for our sponsor. Thank you.